Nigerian singer Tobechukwu Oko, popularly known as Peruzzi, has reacted to allegations of claims making rounds on social media. According to reports, Peruzzi was called out by fans after he allegedly arrived at 4 a.m. at a club in Oshogbo, which was considered extremely late. He was then requested to apologize to fans, but the singer, however, walked out of his fans angrily, which has sparked outrage. Reacting to the allegation, the singer on Instagram live video said that he is unbothered and nothing can stop him from going after those that came for him. In his words, "I am a moving train. If you stand in front of me, I will crush you. I don't play. You better go and ask before messing with me."
What do you guys think? Let's start with you guys, though.
Okay, so personally, I feel that this in developed countries, this is a no-show.
Yes.
I have paid for my show. I want to see a show. I came for a show. You made me wait for hours, and then you come and say you're not performing. Bro, you have to refund my money.
It's not show. I
no
deserve
show.
another
Like,
free show.
I deserve another give me my money.
Absolutely.
Like, the show promoters should actually refund people, but we don't know all these things. That's the problem. One.
We do.
Two.
Who's just going to get him to pay?
That's the I mean, the show promoter should.
Who's
The people that organize
going to
the
get
show.
the show promoter to do it?
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I thought you meant who will get Peruzzi to pay, which
No,
is
no,
not his
no.
business. It's actually the show promoters. Then secondly, is the level of pride for me though. Okay,
From
Peruzzi,
where?
from where? Like, even Davido won't do this. Let's not bet, but like, I don't think he will.
No, I don't think.
I don't think he will. Yeah, I don't think he will, because like, yeah, I don't think
Davido
he
loves
will.
his people,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And I think that these celebrities actually forget who put them there. Who made you Peruzzi? Will I know Peruzzi if not for the fans? Like, we are the ones that we're buying your music, we're promoting your music, we're listening to your music. So I think you should be, less pompous, dear.
I feel like this hair, this outfit, like with the whole, and then the way you're commenting on this thing is just fitting me. Like, just keep on talking till the end of the show.
I think you should remove the shoulder pads because we put it there, to be very honest.
Okay.
Without us, there won't be any Peruzzi.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so, and then thirdly, the fans that waited for that long though.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What's up with that though? Because if it was me, I would have Japa. I'm like, what? Why is this not happening? I'm out.
Yeah.
But they waited for that long. Okay,
They
fans,
love him. Yeah. I mean, it's even a thing. Sometimes like things can happen where, and maybe this is me talking as a let's say staff now.
Yeah.
Because if you work with the artists, you know that sometimes there's so many things that can happen behind the scenes. Sometimes they're having a mental breakdown. Sometimes they are outfit issues.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're too high, they can't perform, you're waiting for them to sober out. There's so many reasons that are beyond your control. So being late is not like, oh my gosh, unacceptable. Haha. Yes, it's not that. But the reaction is really terrible. I'll give an example of that baby who was trading this weekend. Now let's not even put that baby's career next to Peruzzi, because I'll be like comparing. It just can't work, right? This is somebody that in this weekend has trended twice, because the first time he was like, he's having a good time, he doesn't want the show to end, that they're telling him in his ears that he has to go because somebody has already booked this place and it's like $10,000. And then he turned around and said, okay, how about I pay the $10,000 and I keep performing with my fans? As in, you basically pay for everybody. Like, I'm going to pay to perform for you guys.
Yeah.
This is the baby, okay? This is $10,000, okay? Let's not even convert that. So we know that all of you together and your whole entire net worth. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, like...
Peruzzi is not worth $10,000.
I don't know how much it's worth, though. I don't know.
Peruzzi is not worth $10,000.
I don't know how much it's worth.
The cameraman is doing in the background, like he knows.
I don't know how much.
So you come and join us.
Oh my God! I don't know how much it's worth. All I know for a fact that night, I don't think $10,000 was coming out of that night. I don't think so. Altogether, plus the tickets and everything or whatever. So like this is somebody that did all of that. The last time he couldn't be there. Like I think he was supposed to come from another city or something to like let's say from Abuja to Lagos, and he couldn't. And then the second time I was training was because he performed from FaceTime.
Can you imagine?
So that maybe was paid for training twice for that kind of thing. This guy is a soul, guys, and like gangster. He's not a wimp. He's not Ed Sheeran or like this is a whatever. So at the end of the day, my point is you don't have a reason. Not in ginger of being a thug, not in your money, not in your talent, because if that baby can do that, then Peruzzi has no reason why he's not even doing that. Do you get what I mean? So I think, I remember one time when Ife was talking about Justin Bieber's story, and how the guy, they saw paparazzi people in front of the house, and the guy now came back and spoke nicely. I think you mentioned something that, like, you know, you don't really see that here. Like, people are always dragging. In fact, they're the ones that'll be using, telling the bouncer to push the fans away. I think that we don't have a good relationship with the, not everyone. I think Timida Kolo cannot be in this group, in this sentence. But we don't have that very delicate
Whiskey
love.
can be.
The Whiskey does not have our time. But, to be very honest. There's not enough love between from the artist to the fans. They do this thing where they'll be like, when it's time for their music, they'll come on this table, they'll shout, they'll do love, please follow me on Instagram, follow whatever. But as soon as it's time to be held accountable, all of a sudden you don't need us. All of a sudden we should mind our business. All of a sudden you're a train that cannot stop. It does not work like that. So in my personal opinion.
Anyways, I'd just like us to have the story. I hear what you guys have said. I totally agree. You know, being an artist, you have to have that humility. You have to be humble yourself. Do you understand? Because sometimes we outgrow musical. See, the world outgrows certain type of sounds.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? So you might be popping right now. Are you gonna keep popping? It's not because you're making a whack sound. It's just because we don't like that sound anymore. You know, there's so many sounds that have come that we're not vibing to anymore. So just for that reason alone, stay humble, right? But there are two sides to a story. The matter of fact, three sides: my side, your side, the truth. Now I don't know the truth, but Peruzzi has come out. He did a live video, and I watched that. I was talking about how he came for the show. He did a 4-hour road trip. He had a performance, he had a wedding in Lagos that was paid for. He left the wedding reception. Obviously, we know receptions going to like 7
That's
p.m.
not their problem. That's
and wait now, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., thereabout. And then this guy said he made a road trip to Osun State. You know, this was in Osun State for this performance. He got there. And then he got there. What's it called? He actually said it how it is, which is why I feel like Peruzzi is not lying. He said as soon as he got into the club, the hype man, which he did not know, had never met, had never spoken to, put his hands on his shoulder like he was this guy. And he was like, he said, I don't like anybody, like not even my friends. My friends know they don't. Wait, now let's finish his story. Let's finish his story. Now, she is his story. You people heard your own and you concluded, can we hear the man out? He said the guy put his hand on his shoulder and he said he doesn't like it. And he shrugged them off, right? And this guy got upset that because he did it publicly and obviously the people saw it and he wanted to act like he was his guy. But he was not his guy, that he was paid for a job and he came to do his job. Wait, he said then the hype man told the DJ, turn off the music, that Peruzzi has to apologize for being late. And in his head, it was like, why are you asking me to apologize? It's because of what just happened. Because just a minute ago, we were vibing and you were happy that I just came in. Now, why are you asking for an apology? Is it because I shrugged you off and all of that? So why are you coming out to talk about it now when you know the actual? And I kind of like believe Peruzzi because he did not hide the fact that he did not say, he told you that he didn't like the way the guy was famsing and putting his hand all around him. He said it.
But what's wrong with these men?
He's not being mature then.
I swear, like what's wrong with these men?
Like you said, there are so many reasons why I do not want to be touched.
So because
someone touched you,
as in like, do you have any
show?
Like a whole show? Are you joking?
He said he wasn't going to perform. They were not going to put it until he apologizes. Are you joking?
Why won't he apologize for coming late?
Look, this is a club appearance.
See, there's so many effects. There's so many. You see, this conversation just shows that there is no idea what professionalism is. Because there's so many ways that Peruzzi could have changed it for that guy and still done his show. You could have taken the mic and said, I beg, you're a freaking entertainer.
Look.
I beg. Or whoever wants to eat or, you know, even talk to your fans. Don't mind this guy. It's because make a joke out of it and stuff. The thing is that men, the reason I said men is like you just literally put your ego above your business, above your career, above your fans.
You guys
like
on
Instagram to come and say confidently. First is not reiterating it like
you guys should chill. You guys wouldn't just let me finish. What I feel is like, look, we don't tell. I know we've said this so many times on this table. Professionalism or no professionalism, right? You cannot tell people how to react when they're angry. Now, I like the fact. Wait, No, but we keep saying...
Yes, you can. If you react
we
anyhow,
can't
you
pick
can
and
enter prison. We'll
choose.
tell you that
And we're telling him he's acting on our money.
Yes,
we are waiting, so they can tell him how to act.
It was a free club,
you can say that when you're in your
paid.
bedroom with your
It was a
friends
free-
and whatever.
The boys just came out to have...
They just enter
If it's
club.
not a free club.
It is not a free club. No,
Peruzzi
it was
performed
paid.
for free.
No,
was
and he
paid. Better
also
when I
mentioned, I
agree.
can't call the brand. He said the club didn't pay him for that performance. A
He came
certain
for free.
brand paid him for that performance.
Potato.
Wait,
They
and
told
as
the
soon
fans-
wait
the
now.
fans are waiting till 4 a.m.
Will you guys let us
Peruzzi.
finish? Which is why I'm going to say, let's take out professionalism because he did his own beats. According to his story.
Which is
wait.
what? It's a question.
But I was going to get there.
What
Stop
are
jumping
you?
the
I
gun.
said it's a question.
Okay, so are you gonna listen? He said he called the brand that paid him. That look, something not right in this space, and the brand told him to leave. That was why he left. So the people that paid you said, do you have to think about the ambience? Professionalism means you're giving me the best. If I walk into a room
And the guy puts his hand on his shoulder, he's not giving you the best.
wait, relax now. You were
people
not
should
there.
relax.
But the brand, the people paying him told him to bounce.
Based on the fact that he's going to go and be 16 and cry to his mommy that they're making me feel uncomfortable.
Well, if that's the way
if
he
they
feels like he wants to do
treated
his
him
job.
hostile, like if they were rude to him,
And he
if
didn't
they
even say
disrespected
that.
him, I understand the call. Somebody's putting his
But,
hands on you.
He didn't say
most-
this on his Instagram and post that they told him to leave. The brands told him
Yeah,
to
he
leave.
did say it on his live story.
The writing, the thing he
It's
wrote,
not the
moving,
writing, I'm
moving
talking about the
cross.
live.
What's
I'm
that thing he
talking
said?
about-
I'm a train. I can
I'm not talking
cross.
about the post now. I'm talking about
Why
the
did
live.
he-
There
he
is a
would
live
have
video.
said it. He
What
would have
difference? I said
posted
it to
it.
you verbally. Why should I
It
put it
doesn't
to
matter.
you?
You should write it down
Him
and
write
say
it.
Because people
And
don't
because
know.
it's for his
People
fans,
do
I
not
think it's
know.
a sense of
Picture.
entitlement from a lot of
Excuse
fans.
me.
You feel too
Why won't-
entitled. So you people wanted to be explaining. See, forget the fact that these people are celebrities. They bleed like me and you. They have feelings. They have
The
emotions.
fans are waiting till
We
4
don't
a.m.
have, we don't have emotion.
They were in the club anyways. They were going to wait. And we all know that club appearance. I never see the video during club appearance whenever
Let's say that's
schooling
let's
by
say-
3,
no, that's
2.
a lie.
Do you understand?
That's a
Unless it's the
lie.
club that he's feeling.
That is a lie.
What are you people talking
That is a
about?
lie. I've seen-
But
I've seen
somebody
people
traveled from
perform like
Lagos.
how many times? Maybe 3 or 4 times. That guy is
Insecurity
early and he
issues.
leaves.
Insecurity
What insecurity
issues.
should have to
This
do
guy
with
was
this?
he plowed the Lagos Ibadan expressway, came all the way to Osun State in the middle of the night, stressed out, just
if
leaving
he
a
knew
wedding.
his schedule,
If
he
you
wouldn't have
people
agreed
but it is
to
their
go to
job.
Osun State.
The least we can do
You
is
can say no.
is to make it easier and stop
How?
giving these people some problems.
What?
Sometimes I beg. Me, I know Peruzzi is a good guy. I know he's a good guy. I don't know about anything, and I know Peruzzi is a very, very professional guy because, you know.
Yeah, same guy that slapped somebody because he didn't like what the person tweeted about him. Yeah, definitely.
Forget about the both
They're
things that
actually
passed
very,
away.
like, mature
Peruzzi
guy.
is very professional, and I feel like, man, this was just a misunderstanding, and I like the way
Then he should
addressed
apologize.
it. He has a. I think you guys just stopped at one side of the story, which is what happens all the time. We just take one side, we forget about
Yes, you,
everyone,
your side,
we
your
just
side. How
agree.
many
I just,
sides
so
are you on?
before I did it, I started by telling you that I understand how the fans feel. I understand that you could
But
have
what
handled it
insecure about?
differently.
Like,
What's
should we not be-
insecurity? Yeah. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
exactly, I'm not
insecurity
using
of
that
the
word.
country. This guy still traveled Lagos. That's what I meant. This guy could have been shot at, could have been robbed,
Is
could
that
have been
what you meant?
kidnapped.
I
Yes,
actually
now.
didn't know that what you
But
meant.
that's what I meant. So why did I bring up Lagos Ibadan Expressway? You guys need to
But
put
you were
politics in
saying
the
that the
mix.
fans can wait regardless. You are not
You
on the
said
fan
it's set to
side.
this
Eh?
sense of
You were like
entitlement.
the fans can
This
wait.
sense of
As
entitlement
in,
I'm
is too
telling
much.
you, look,
Guys are insecure.
my guy, I wasn't talking about insecure
Go
fans, so
this
no,
morning.
don't call me wrong. You can play this back. I said the level of insecurity in the country, plowing that Lagos Ibadan Expressway. That was what I
okay,
said.
we agree with that one, but you're
Do you
not on the side
understand?
of the fans. You were like
What
that.
do you mean I'm not on
You
the
were
side
like
of the
that.
fans? I'm
Either way,
talking
they would still wait. It's a club. He can come
I
late.
did not say that
The
as
video
if-
comes late.
Uh-huh.
Please, it's just because
You're obviously eating breakfast with this boy. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Peruzzi, you guys are trying to make Peruzzi villain. Yes, I'm probably eating breakfast with Peruzzi. Yes, it's a
You
very
cannot say that
lovely
confidently
thing.
because then that means that what you're saying is biased. And
It's not
that's
biased. That's why I can
him.
tell you personally
Because
that
that's
he's
why
a
your
good man.
person already makes it
And
biased.
I know that
So
he
because
is
he's a
very
good
professional.
man, he cannot be disrespectful.
He can be disrespectful, and he also said it here that you cannot stop me. You cannot tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Everybody has pride. But now, boy, has it. they say, because he has won Grammy. See, we need to stop all this double
what is Burna
standard.
Boy doing?
We need to stop all
Burna
this
Boy
double
out of
standard
this
thinking.
discussion.
We actually need
Burna.
to stop it. Now, you guys just focus
Who
on one
has
side
ever
of the
not
story.
complained about Burna Boy's
See,
pride?
trouble.
Who has never?
Burna Boy was not even brought to this table. I don't know how you're mentioning
at any
his
point,
name.
did I tell you that what Peruzzi did was absolutely 100?
Yeah, you made me
but,
headache, actually.
But what I
You're
told you,
contradicting what you're saying.
I can't tell you that what he did is on 100. I'm just saying sometimes we need to listen. I said there's my side, your side, and the truth. And in this story, I don't know the truth, but can I tell you guys Peruzzi's side? That was all I said, though. I just decided.
You know, put down
I'm not
that we should get about
but I'm not
ourselves.
Peruzzi.
It's not a big
Why are you people
deal.
so mad at
If you don't
me?
used
Face
to do
Peruzzi.
it.
I only told you Peruzzi's side. You guys were going on and on about the club and the hype man side, and I said, okay, let me tell you. Is that not what we're getting paid to bring balance to this and tell you both sides?
You didn't just tell us. You argued that our points don't make sense because.
But you argued about the other point too. I did not fight you. I did not have any problem with you. I'm not denying you too. I'm just telling you.
You just denied it right now. Right now, you just said that you're not arguing. That you want to tell.
Okay. I will break this mic and walk away from this club.
Please, I beg. I beg. I'm not putting my hand on your shoulder. It's all not happen when I put my hand on your shoulder. You please, PlusTv.
Please, guys, let's just move on to the next story. But I just told you guys Peruzzi's side of the story. I'm not Peruzzi. It's what Peruzzi said.
Please, before we move on from the next story, your points did not hold waters because just because you have an issue, do you know?
You should be not professional.
A good example. Again, I keep using this.
What else when I call the people that invited
I
me?
think we should move on from this story that you're not done.
But you were the one that said before we move on that my point did not hold water. You cannot tell my point did not hold water without me letting it hold the water. It needs to hold the water.
Let me finish my.
I'm not going to do back and forth with you though.
Okay.
As I was I'm finishing my statement. You are okay. Anyway, so I'm saying that someone look at all those like documentaries that we see about these artists like Beyonce's, Rockefellers, whatever, all those things where they have serious issues. Like people have really pissed them off. Sometimes the freaking house is on fire, but they'll still go on stage and do what they need to do because if you're a creative, if you have any ounce of like training in you, the first thing you learn is that the show must always go on, except you literally physically cannot. Do you know how many times, even on TEATIME, like things will happen on this table that are enough reason to like, and
that is your job.
You still go on the stage.
Bankers are angry. They go and they still give you your money. They do their job. That is their job. Whether you're angry or not, we don't care. Perform and give us what we came for.
You can finish
It wasn't a concert, oh my guy.
You can. It
doesn't matter.
It was just a club appearance.
For somebody to go and call his mommy and say that he does not want to do the show anymore.
He said he was. I don't understand. It was not a concert. So what?
He was committed to that.
Was he coming to shake
the people
hands?
that paid him said, leave that place. What
After
if
he called him to say that I'm not treated well.
Yes, when I'm not being treated well as a celebrity, I have the right to tell you. I don't know, probably he didn't say a lot of other things, but at least.
If I was to pass
okay. Whatever it is, me, I've shouted you people, but now you know Peruzzi's side, Abby. Whether you think it's a stupid side, but now you know it.
Okay.
Abby?
Okay. All right, let's just move abroad because me, I've even been abroad since morning, actually. New York prosecutors want to submit new allegations, allegedly accusing R.kelly of sexual assault, this time to a teenage boy. So bribed officials and verbally assaulted women. Disgraced R&B singer R.kelly is facing additional allegations. What's the issue with allegations today? Is facing additional allegations of child sex abuse, which include one teenage boy and several adolescent girls. Federal prosecutors in New York filed a 55-page motion asking the judge to admit new evidence alleging that the 54-year-old singer sexually abused more children, along with physically abusing victims, offering hush money and bribing officials. The singer is already being charged for organizing a criminal enterprise to allegedly help him recruit women and girls for sex and pornography. Who is this man? And how has he been roaming around us? Hey, God.
All these stories, and you know the funny thing, I can't reconcile his music with all this I'm hearing. When you listen to his music, you're like, this guy is calm and all. Like, what is happening?
Like, what is happening? He's basically like has some kind of.
I really like his music. I feel bad.
I'm very confused.
Is it cancelled? You never listen to R.kelly again?
Me, I'll never listen to R.kelly again, ever.
Would you still listen to him?
Sadly, I do. I really like his music.
Because, you know, even when he was in prison or whatever, his royalties were increasing. The girl that he's had since when she was 15 that's arguing, the sex only started when she was 16, and it was in that city where 16 years.
What?
Where you can start having sex.
Having sex, yeah.
That's when it happened. That girl was still living in the house because you people are streaming the numbers and promoting, allowing this man to use funds to promote his Iran.
I mean,
it's hectic.
I know it's actually wrong, but like,
it's
his
very
music is
hectic.
really good, though. I just really like his music.
Well,
I don't
I
know.
feel like this is the end of the road for R.kelly, sadly. So I like the fact that he's not getting any special treatment. He's been locked up, he's been denied bail, he's been denied, everything that he could be denied of. So I'm very happy about how it's going. So if more cases keep coming, I just feel like this is the end of the road for this guy. There's no clause like Bill Cosby that will get R.kelly out. R.kelly, I think that's just the end for him. Like,
I don't know. This made me even more interested in R.kelly's story though, because at the end of the day, these people are still humans. As much as I'm not gonna, I personally, I have to have a part to play in making things right. Is how I see life in general. So personally speaking, I'm not gonna actively be giving you royalties. I wouldn't do it. If you're playing in the club, I cannot go and say stop or whatever. I'm not gonna protest outside. No, it's not that deep.
So
is it R.kelly I came for? They should.
So you've been nodding.
See, it's not.
Step in the name of love.
I don't love his music. It did not. You don't make like he's part of my memories and stuff. What I'm saying is, I as an individual, as a global citizen, I'm not going to actively play his music. Thank you. I know my part that I play. I know how much I do that for fans that for artists that I want to support, and I'm like, okay, this I'll just keep on playing on YouTube to support their new song or whatever like that. So I'm not going to do that actively. But at the same time, he's still a human being, right? Yes. So for me, this story, when I saw that it was boys and it was girls, it's getting more vicious and getting more raw and like almost evil. That I kind of want to know his story. But like, how did you get there? Like,
he had issues of sexual violence when he was 18.
Yeah, no, but that's not enough.
I know it's not enough. But I'm just saying it started from somewhere.
With him.
It's still not enough.
It helps. It actually adds up.
I'm not saying that it's not part of it because I know that story. Yeah. I want to know his real story, even as an adult. Why? No, you don't know what I'm trying to say.
Like, why
there's so many victims like that have worse stories, and I know where I know where R.kelly is. There's a unique story to this guy that only him can say. It's not from your 5 minutes blog of a summary of his relationship with his cousin. No, there has to be a more detailed experience. It will be really nice. I want to know what the issue is because there's a psychologist that said hurts people. Like, I think there's more to his...
My dear, sometimes hurt people do not hurt people. Sometimes happy people still hurt people. Let me now explain. Some people are just psychotic. Like, they have issues. They have issues up here.
So you think that's just not... that's a conversation about nature or nurture. You think that they're inherently born evil?
It might not be experience that caused him to be like that. I know some people something just switches up here and then they start doing crazy things. When you look at what he has done,
but based on psychology,
what will make him do that?
Even all these like psychopath movies, you see that nothing just switches like that. Something always happens. Sometimes it's even as simple as there's always a reason for not always.
There's not always a reason.
There's not always, but there's always a cause. And even with all the psycho movies that we see,
that something happens.
There's always something. Like even the guy Dexter that was very popular on Netflix, that he used to kill people and he was a police guy and all of that stuff. The original story, the guy fell when he was younger. He had the trauma to his head, so his responses to life is very different. Like he needs bigger things.
Who has watched Riverdale here?
Some of it.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the genes they call it. So there's a particular gene that some people have more of that makes them, what's it called? That makes them have that thing to murder people. Nothing causes it. There's no experience. It's the gene. So I'm trying to remember what they called the gene. I'm so angry. I can't remember it right now. But in that Riverdale, Betsy, her dad had the genes, and she had the genes as well. But she had to, because she knew she had the genes, she had to go through therapy. So like, there is no experience effect. Some things are just, you're psychotic.
Fair. But I think with R.kelly there is a story though. No, honestly speaking, already add that he's a victim of abuse in itself.
Yeah, that
already should add something. But I think there's even more.
A lot of people are victims of abuse.
Guys,
and
you're missing out from the point that there isn't that much of a what's it called? A motive. He wasn't broke. But for you to now enter like a criminal, like imagine an artist that has so much attention on him. It's so risky to do the thing that he's doing. Like you have a lot of attention on you. You have fans. You're mingling with people, like amazing people in the industry. Your colleagues are normal, sensible people, but you're running a freaking sexual predator crime thing in the back of your house. Like I want to know his story.
Would justify it if
it's not the justification.
Story?
It's not the justification.
You just want to know why he was doing it.
Me personally.
Personally, I think there's no reason. I think he has an issue. He has an issue upstairs. I feel he actually has issues.
Before we round up the
Well,
mental.
me, I just feel, well, whatever it is with R.kelly, whatever his story is, you know, it's like you said, it's still human, and I just hope he gets, you know, redemption.
Exactly.
Redemption
Something
is what
like
I
that.
pray
Now,
for.
the story from me, not from, I mean, I don't care much about him, but when you start to know people's story like that, maybe there's a way you can help them, because at the end of the day, he might spend the rest of his life in prison, but that's a correctional facility. It's not for him to just be. Some people are not fit to roam around with us, yes, but that doesn't mean that he can't get his help, he can't get his closure, and just at least die a better man, because this is very dark. Like, R.kelly is not gay. What are you doing with boys? What is this obsession and this, like, this consumption of evil? Exactly. Like, what is that about? But I'm not a psychologist. Anyway, Sha, we're only entertainment people.
Exactly.
And we pray that no other entertainer is going to be found in this position, because I don't like these stories. There's too many of them, and it's women that are getting the brunt of this hurt, quote unquote. But let's end the show here, guys.
Yep.
Alrighty, but that's a wrap. If you are still here, you are an OG, you deserve a bottle of champagne. Text me. But thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to continue this conversation on Tea Time, on social media rather, with the hashtag Tea Time. So you can tweet at us, let us know your opinions, who you agreed with, who you disagreed with, whose mouth was smelling on this show. Let us know. You can also catch up on all our previous episodes and this one, in case you came in between or whatever, on our YouTube channel at +tvAfrica Lifestyle. All you need to do is hit the red subscribe button and binge watch. Also, we are on R2 TV and also in London on Ben Television. So feel free to catch up on all of us, on all these platforms.